What's going on, everyone? Another TYSK report is here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this tech news. Self-driving taxis are now operating 24/7 in a Chinese megacity. Chinese self-driving company WeRide has notched up another notable milestone by launching its self-driving taxi service 24/7 in its home city of Guangzhou. In doing so, it has become the first operator to offer a 24-hour autonomous ride-hailing operation in the core central areas of any of China's Tier 1 cities, which, alongside the 16.5 million population capital of Guangdong Province, comprise Shanghai, Beijing, and Shenzhen. The company stated it had introduced 8 new pilot operation routes along the network to cover some of the city's most prominent landmarks, such as the Canton Tower, Garden Hotel in Zhuogjing New Town, as well as key transport hubs such as Guangzhou South Train Center and Guangzhou Beiyang International Airport. Although WeRide is a home territory in Guangzhou, its progress there shouldn't be downplayed, as the dense population and complex traffic conditions make it a challenge for conventional vehicles and transit systems. According to the company, the launch of Guangzhou's 24-hour Robotaxi operation network in its core urban areas marks a significant milestone in WeRide's global Robotaxi commercialization strategy. Moving forward, the company will continue enhancing its technology and services to deliver safer, more efficient, and more convenient transportation solutions for users. A few months back, I spoke about WeRide and all the different products that they have operating out there on the eastern side of the world, and because of this news, as I stated before, it looks like they are going to be a company that's going to be at the forefront of the innovation that's happening in the transportation industry, and they could be a model that other companies are going to follow. So with ride hailing being disrupted out there in China, even though we see those Waymo robotaxis here in the United States, I think a lot more disruption is coming down the line to the ride hailing sector of transportation. So in due time, we shall see how impactful those changes are going to be on people and the companies that are involved in these changes. XPeng just teased its next generation P7 sedan, and it is sleek. It's been less than a month since XPeng Motors began teasing a new camouflage sedan codenamed the E29. Recently, XPeng unveiled the mystery sedan as its next generation P7. This vast redesign of the Chinese automaker's flagship BEV sedan is a bona fide stunner. According to an internal letter sent out by XPeng founder, chairman, and CEO He Xiaopeng last December, the Chinese automaker has big plans for 2025 and beyond. It aims to become a globally recognized brand with a presence in over 60 countries by the end of the year. The Chinese automaker explained that the new 5-seat P7 coupe reflects Farag's evolving design philosophy and has been in development for the past 5 years. XPeng founder He Xiaopeng called it a major upgrade for the brand's next leap in BEV technology, blending AI with luxury and the company's new Turing smart driving system. What specific technology the next generation P7 holds remains unknown to the public at this time. So that's an update from the electric vehicle world, and that definitely looks like a very nice vehicle that I think lots of people would be interested in. And because BYD is very dominant out there on the eastern hemisphere of the globe, I think with the different vehicles that XPeng continues to put out, will begin to show its ability to be one of those sought after companies that provides electric vehicles that many consumers are going to want to buy. And because things are not that clear cut here in the United States in relation to electric vehicles, I think at some point XPeng's vehicles and BYD's vehicles are going to find their way in the United States. And when that happens, I wonder if consumers are going to be more interested in those vehicles versus the Teslas, the Rivians, or the electric vehicles that traditional companies are putting out in the market. VRChat opens new marketplace for buying and selling VR avatars. VRChat announced it's officially opened its own avatar marketplace, allowing users a centralized way to buy and sell avatars from within the social VR platform. Users have been able to visit VRChat worlds directly and buy and sell avatars for a while. However, the company has now rolled out a centralized marketplace to make it easier to find and purchase avatars. Users can browse avatars via the Avatars tab, letting you try on avatars before spending VRChat credits, the app's premium currency. VRChat credits can also be used to purchase virtual items, exclusive roles, group instances, unlockable features, and paid subscriptions to users-generated worlds. VRChat also now lets users see an avatar's performance ranking before buying, as well as know when another user has obtained their avatar through the marketplace. VRChat's avatar marketplace will be limited to select sellers at first, with prospective sellers requiring to go through the same onboarding process as creator economy sellers, which includes a number of requirements to allow you to earn VRChat credits and convert them into dollars. So that's great to hear that VRChat is making the user experience for those individuals a lot better, giving them more of a reason to socialize and spend time within the VRChat worlds. RealMan displays embodied robotics at Automate 2025. RealMan Intelligent Technology Co. recently showed off at Automate 2025 its latest lineup of lightweight robotic arms, dual arm platforms, and self-developed joint modules tailored for industrial automation, precision manufacturing, and human-robot collaboration. The Beijing-based company described itself as a leading innovator in embodied intelligence and modular robotic systems. The core team of RealMan Robotics has extensive technical expertise. RealMan said its products are widely applied in industries such as new retail, smart dining, commercial services, healthcare, intelligent and quality inspection, education and research, industrial manufacturing, and aerospace. At its booth in Huntington Place, the company displayed the following technologies: the dual arm lifting platform, which integrates two 6-degree of freedom robotic arms with synchronized motion control; joint module demonstration, which showcases the self-developed robotic joints and highlights the compact design; the healthcare robot, which displayed medical massage robot use cases with AI-driven touch sensitivity; and the RM65 heavy-duty robotic arm, which is built to handle payloads in demanding industrial environments. RealMan Robotics said it is rapidly expanding its global presence, and at Automate, it engaged with automation system integrators, research institutions, and strategic partners from the US and Canada. India's Waaree to double its solar module output at its Texas factory. India's Waaree Energies doubled Texas production in April to counter US solar tariffs, and now it's investing hundreds of millions more. Despite tariff headwinds, Waaree is doubling down on its US expansion, drawn by the country's massive energy demand and the surge in AI and data center development, both of which require steady large-scale power. The company points out that solar is the cheapest source of power and the fastest to commission, making it a smarter choice for scaling quickly. Previous to the manufacturing in Texas, the Mumbai-headquartered company, which is India's largest solar module manufacturer, already supplied Indian-made solar panels to the US. But the US's new reciprocal tariff on solar modules imported from India is 26%, adding to the existing 14.5% Section 201 tariff, bringing the total to around 40%. Lots of information continues to come out about solar energy and how it's either very useful or not very useful. So with the added challenges of tariffs and other factors, things are going to get very interesting as time progresses due to all these companies that want to continue to build data centers that will be able to power the future of technology. But it has been mentioned time and time again that there's not enough energy to make that happen. So with Waaree doubling their solar module output, I really don't know if that's going to be enough to provide the power for the changes that are coming. Toyota announces the BZ Woodland, a rugged all-terrain electric SUV. Toyota is on a tear unveiling new EVs for the American market, and they are adding the BZ Woodland SUV to its lineup, another fully electric vehicle built on the company's eTNGA platform. This more rugged version of the BZ is aimed at adventurous drivers akin to the Subaru Outback, with marketing images depicting the electric SUV over rocky terrain. The BZ Woodland will feature all-wheel drive as a standard option and boasts 375 combined horsepower from its dual motor setup. At 260 miles of estimated range, this model has the lowest range of 3 new electric models announced so far. Toyota has designed the BZ Woodland to be off-road and all-terrain friendly, with details like 8.3-inch ground clearance, standard roof rails, a panoramic view monitor with multi-terrain monitor, and a 3,500-pound towing capacity. The AWD SUV has the Toyota X-Mode system system, which modulates the power delivered to each motor to improve grip when off-road. So that's another electric vehicle update outside of the one from earlier with XPeng. And Toyota is a company that has been around for a while in the United States. So hopefully with these different Toyota electric vehicles that they're providing, many people will be interested in them. And with that interest, hopefully it will prevent them from being phased out in the future. Star Vault brings classic MOBA action to Quest with a first-person VR twist, and open beta is now live. Thea Games announced Star Vault, an upcoming VR multiplayer battle arena MOBA, has now entered open beta on Quest, serving up classic MOBA gameplay with a VR twist. The first-person MOBA offers up large 5v5 battles, letting you choose from 9 unique heroes, each with their own weapons, skills, and playstyles. Like traditional third-person MOBAs, Star Vault is all about pushing enemy lines, destroying towers, and capturing enemy strongholds to gain strategic map control. With the first-person VR twist, the game also serves up a distinctively Halo-inspired shooting experience, replete with portals and jump pads for cross-map mobility. The game's full launch is slated to arrive in early 2026, which will include even more heroes, new game modes, and expanded mechanics, the studio said. Post-launch plans include regular updates with new heroes, maps, and gameplay features. Didi-backed self-driving freight startup CargoBot secured $41.6 million in a Series A+ fundraiser. CargoBot, a Chinese autonomous driving freight startup previously owned and now backed by ride-hailing giant Didi Chuxing, has bagged nearly $41.6 million in a Series A+ financing round. The proceeds of the financing round will be used to accelerate the commercialization of Level 4 autonomous freight operation. CargoBot was incubated by the self-driving division of Didi before being spun off as an independent firm. It uses a hybrid formation model for logistics transportation, where a human driver operates a lead vehicle that guides several autonomous trucks, aiming to address truck driver shortages and aging workforce challenges. CargoBot operates in 7 Chinese cities in the north and northwest of the country, including Ordos in the Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region. It has accumulated an operating mileage of 20 million kilometers and has transported 200 million ton kilometers of bulk goods as of last month.